Hello everyone and welcome back to Aviation in the Air. Today is a slightly different video. Although it is still an airport update, much like any other I've done, it's going to be different in terms of the style and sort of scenario of it. So we're now into pretty midsummer, pretty peak summer to be honest, and looking here in the UK, to be honest, it's not great, the aviation industry here at the UK, with all the strike actions and problems with different airlines, with EasyJet 2 and BA in particular, I think, and Ryanair and Jet2 lesser so. So today's update is sort of going to reflect the sort of chaos. It's actually a little bit quieter at the regionals, probably because of the different cancellations. Internationals are slightly quieter today. Not too sure why, even though it is peak summer. Virgin's full sort of on swing. We have a new sort of regional carrier, which you can see right in front of us here, Loganair. So we'll talk about them in a bit. So yes, again, I haven't really done one of these for a while. And looking back, I'm probably not happy with sort of the style and way that I filmed my old ones. So that's why it's kind of more of a laid back style this time. So it's not all very scripted, and it's more casual. And I think that's going to get a better view of the aircraft, different situations. So it'll be better for you. It's still going to be a bit of structure, so it's easy to look at and it's not messy and it's still clean and easy. So yes, that's going to be the sort of new style of airport updates. It's going to be less like a sort of season series that I used to call them. It's just an airport update. It's nothing too big. So it's quite a nice range of different models in this update. Some new models, actually none of them I don't think are new to Instagram, or maybe one. But yeah, for YouTube, lots of new models, lots of exciting stuff. As you might be able to see, a little bit of the new terminal that I've sort of redone, so that's cool as well. The new sort of Virgin Atlantic sort of gate things, also slightly new. So yeah, lots of new things, a bit different. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into this. Start off in these updates as we usually do, all the way at the international term. First aircraft of the update is this Boeing 787-9 of United Airlines. This has come in from Newark Liberty and will be heading back out there. It arrived in a couple of hours ago and it's just been refueled and catered. One thing I didn't really mention is it's about 1 PM today at Lakeside, and that means for the regionals and narrow bodies and sort of Jet2, EasyJet, Ryanair, most of them have done like a circuit already, or sort of 2 flights, so out somewhere and then back again, because they left very early in the morning, and now they're back. That's why it's quite busy right now. They're back, turning around, and they'll do another out somewhere, come back, and if where they're going is quite close, they might even do another one in the evening. But for internationals, all a bit random. So this is just the United 787-9 doing the New York Liberty service. This is Singapore Airlines Airbus A350-900. One thing to note with this route that we've had is, for a very long time on the update, Singapore have done a sort of triangular route, so they would just basically have a route from Singapore, but then it would also go out to Los Angeles. That's all scrapped now, so it's just Singapore. So from now, it's just Singapore with Singapore Airlines, which I think makes a bit more sense. So this aircraft came in a little while ago and is still quite far away from its departure time, so not much happening actually. There's some bags being loaded on the other side. Refueling has taken place here, or catering, so still quite a bit of time with that. My favourite wide body at the moment, this is quite new actually, a Norse 787-9. This is a brand new based airline at Lakeside. They are a Norwegian based carrier. If you didn't know, they're a budget carrier taking over from Norwegian Air Shuttle's old long-haul services. They've actually based real 789s, they will, at Gatwick. So they've got a little base at Lakeside here. They'll be serving, I think it's New York, JFK, Los Angeles, Fort Lauderdale, and also Orlando. So today this service is being prepared up for Fort Lauderdale, which is its route today. Just being catered. There's a little bit of Norse servicing vehicles back and being refueled at the moment for a Fort Lauderdale departure in about an hour. First Virgin Atlantic gate here is empty, but that hasn't been empty for very long. As we'll see, the aircraft that wasn't here a little bit later on. Very busy is this next Virgin Atlantic gate. It's the Virgin A330-300, which is today flying to Bridgetown, Barbados. Getting some Lakeside aero servicing on there, and then also catering and fuel all going on. So pretty busy for this aircraft, departing out to Orlando again, like the north, in about an hour. So the remote to the Virgin gate here is empty. Enjoyed the international side of the airport and you found that interesting. As we do sort of the midpoint of the video, I would like to just say, if you could possibly subscribe and like this video, comment even better. It really supports the channel, it really helps me out, and it will make it much easier for me to make lots more of these videos. So thank you very much for your support. So here we have two Logan Air South 40s in the regional stands. So there's been a bit of a recent evolution of the regional carriers. Back when the status airport updates, it was British Airways City Flyer that was all running these dates with flights to Isle of Man, Belfast and London City. At the moment, BA City Flyer are still flying, but only to London City, so scrapped the other two routes. Then we had Lakeside Air sort of come a little bit after that, and they were, they seemed quite promising. However, if you want my Instagram, you know they recently fell into bankruptcy. So now we have Logan Air here, and they have based these two 740s and possibly soon an Embraer ERJ-145, so that's quite cool. The further away sort of 740, the one's a little bit further from the camera, that one went out this morning, I believe, to Isle of Man. Arrived back about 30 minutes ago, deboarded everything, and it's got a pretty long turnaround. It's still got another 40 minutes, it's a very long turnaround actually, until its next flight that will take the aircraft to Aberdeen. The next aircraft is slightly busier. This arrived in only 20 minutes ago from Exeter and has only got another 20 minutes, so a much shorter turnaround for this aircraft. And in that 20 minutes it will be heading out to London Southend. So it's being refueled, bags on for London Southend in about 20 minutes. Passengers in the terminal, they will be called to the gate shortly, and then boarding will be commenced. To note about EasyJet is that because they are suffering some of the worst from these strike action, especially sort of EasyJet Spain as well, they are not going to be basing many aircraft this summer. They haven't been basing many aircraft. This is one, I think, of two only based at Lakeside this summer. The other is the A320, which isn't here right now. So very little EasyJet activity actually this summer at Lakeside, which is a shame. Next is this by entry models, Jet2 Holidays A321. Unlike the other aircraft, the regionals, it didn't just go out this morning to a destination, come back, and then get serviced now to go out again. Instead, it was on maintenance this morning at the General Aviation Terminal ramp. So it's only just been brought back here to this stand, its boarding stand, from then, the departure stand. So it's just arrived, stairs have been pulled up, and it has a departure out to Dubrovnik in about 55 minutes. However, no service come just of yet, so I think it will come quite shortly, and then it will start to be prepared out for Dubrovnik in about 55. On final stages of boarding and last bags on is this Jet2.com Boeing 737-800, which is making a flight out today to Preveza Actian International Airport in Greece. This aircraft came in about an hour 10 ago from Malaga, I believe, and done the turnaround, and it will now be shortly preparing up for Professor Actian. Here in the first remote stand is this Boeing 737-800 of Ryanair, which is already getting some catering on board and some uncatering, and is deboarding some last passengers at the moment from Girona Costa Brava Airport, where it came in from about 10 minutes ago. And after a very quick 25-minute turnaround, so very, very quick, I think the fuel truck is on its way, it will be heading out to a road destination at Oslo. Being guided out of its regional stand, remote stand is this Wizz Air A320 operated by Wizz Air UK. So like I said, it's operating for Wizz Air UK, and it will be heading off to Palma today, which is one of the Wizz Air UK routes. They've chosen Faro from Portugal, Palma from Spain, Tenerife from Spain, Rome and Milan from Italy, Thessaloniki from Turkey, and Larnaca from Cyprus for the Wizz Air UK routes. So that's quite nice with Wizz Air UK, because an added bonus on top of the standard EasyJet, Ryanair, Jet2. It's quite Jet2 available here at the General Aviation Terminal ramp with some wonderful 757s. The first one here in the Jet 2 Holidays livery is kind of doing the opposite of what the Jet 2 A321 was doing. So this did go out this morning. It went out to Larnaca, came back in, and instead of going out again, which is what most aircraft are doing on a sort of full sort of service today, this one is now heading to maintenance. So this is exactly what the A321 was doing this morning, just doing some maintenance around the wing area and body fuselage, and the Jet 2 maintenance vans there as well. The second Jet 2 757, which is in the .com regular silver grey livery, this one is deboarding from a flight from, I believe, Fuerteventura. Quite rare actually to see it, because it came in about 20 minutes early, this flight, so it should still be in the air right now. And its gate is the one that the EasyJet is pushing out right now, the A321 to Marrakesh. So, but unfortunately when this landed, that gate was still occupied by the EasyJet, so it was just final deboarding here. Also some servicing as well at this, which is not its departure stand, and then in a minute, once deboarding is done, it will just head over to its actual departure stand, which is where the EasyJet was, where it will depart, well, it will prepare for departure out to Reus. When we're done with all the stands, we're going to take a look over towards the runway at some of our action over there. We're over to runway 08 and the traffic over there, which is going to point out this Saudia 787-10, one of the new airlines at Lakeside, operating from Jeddah. This wonderful 787-10 just landed. The flaps are just heading back up into the normal configuration, and will head over to its gate where it will be prepared up for its return flight to Jeddah in about 4 hours. By the international gates, taxiing is this Embraer 170 of HOP for Air France, which is another new carrier if you haven't been on Instagram. This has just completed its 30-minute turnaround, 20 will be way too short, from Paris, Charles de Gaulle, obviously, because where else would it be coming from? So it came from Paris, turned around now, and it's all already on its way back. In fact, it's a little bit early on its departure back out, which is great. And then it will be off to Paris Charles de Gaulle. Front of the HOP in the sort of queue to take off is this Virgin Atlantic 787-9, very nice model from Gemini Jets. This one will be departing out to Los Angeles today. So Virgin have kind of got back on the Los Angeles route because Singapore have stopped it, but Norse has obviously started as well, so still competition on that route with Virgin. So this will be heading out in just a minute after the runway is cleared to Los Angeles. This is Ryanair Boeing 737-800, which is just landing in from Arrecife Lanzarote, and after a very quick 25-minute turnaround, classic for Ryanair, it will be making a departure out to Faro. Now reached the end of our sort of new style of Lakeside updates. A bit different. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I think I definitely enjoyed making this sort of update much more than the old ones, which hopefully means I'll make them more, which is great for you and the channel. So again, like I said before, if you could support the channel out by subscribing, it would be really very appreciated. If you also like this style of update more, please let me know down in the comments or DM me on Instagram, because I really want to know what you think in order to make the best content for you. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you back on Aviation in the Air very soon. Take care and goodbye.